I went through like 8 cans of spaghetti and meatballs in 4 days. Yeah. Hi guys. Ever since I first got pregnant, I wanted to start making video vlogs every week, like the 5th week, 6th week, 7th week, and just document it for my own personal reasons. You know, some people like journals and stuff, so I decided to do videos because it would be a good idea and so much easier to look back on than having to read a whole bunch of stuff. So here I am. This is probably going to be the longest vlog that I'm going to make because I'm so backed up that it's going to be pretty lengthy. And the reason I didn't do videos earlier was because when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna make these videos like I said I want to, but I wanted to wait till my first ultrasound to make sure the baby was there and the heart was beating and everything was okay before I even bothered to make videos, since I just had a miscarriage a couple months ago. So I wanted to make sure that that was okay. And then I did. I went for my first ultrasound, my dating ultrasound, at 5 weeks, 4 days, and everything was perfect. My baby was there with a heartbeat of 119. And after that, it became so difficult to film any updates because I got hit with morning sickness like no tomorrow. The day after my ultrasound, I had to go to the emergency room because I had thrown up a gazillion times. I was throwing up my water, I was dehydrated. I've been dehydrated before, so I knew I needed IV fluids. So I went to the ER, I got IV fluids. They gave me Zofran for nausea. And I took it when it was really bad, but I decided not to take it constantly. I just really don't want to be putting medication into my body while I'm pregnant. Even though it's pregnancy safe, I really just didn't want to do it. So I took it when it was really bad, and I was pretty much throwing up all the time, like 5 times a day, every day, 3 times a day. And then now I am 9 weeks, 6 days, which probably by the time I post this, it'll be tomorrow, so I'll be 10 weeks. And I still throw up like once a day, but it's been so much better. My symptoms have pretty much been the same since I got pregnant till now. It's just been a lot of nausea, really sore boobs. They've actually grown quite a lot. I've outgrown my bras like once already, so I'm kind of sticking to sports bras now because I just can't stand anything else. And I'm really tired. I sleep like 12 hours a night. So I go to bed like at 11 and I wake up at 11 and then I eat, maybe take a shower and stuff, and then I go back to bed like around 1 and I don't wake up till 3. So it's like a 3-hour nap, or like 3 or 4 sometimes. And then I'm up again till about 11 and then I go to bed. But like I'm sleeping like 16 hours a day, sometimes more, sometimes less. So I'm really tired, and that's been kind of getting better. I don't take as long of a nap now. I still sleep like 12 hours. But yeah, it's been pretty exciting. So hopefully from now on, I can continue doing week by week updates rather than a huge chunk load of missing stuff. I have another ultrasound at 12 weeks, 5 days, which I'm super excited. I can't wait to see my little one and to see it moving and to be able to actually tell what his body parts are. And I've heard of people knowing the gender at 12 weeks or 13 weeks, or roughly knowing the gender. I always say gender and people make fun of me. I know it's gender, but I've always said it like that and I still say it like that. And it's pretty sad because I know the correct way of saying it. But Anyway, I hope to find out if it's a girl or a boy, or if it's, you know, if she says like 75% chance it's gonna be a girl, or if it's gonna be a boy. I'm hopefully excited for that. I do think that I am a week ahead of my dating reason. When I went in for my ultrasound at 5 weeks 4 days, I was supposed to be 7 weeks 5 days, according to, well, I can't really base it off my last month's period when I went, because last month I had a miscarriage, which was pretty devastating and pretty sad, but I got pregnant like right away with no period in between. So the dating was kind of off anyways, so I knew that it was not exactly possible that I would be 7 weeks 5 days. But to me, it was almost impossible that I was 5 weeks 4 days, because I had gotten a positive pregnancy test like weeks before that, which means I would have gotten a positive pregnancy test like 4 days after ovulation, and we all know that that's not likely. I've heard of 6 days, I've heard of 7 days, and that's rare. Most of the time, if you get something early, it'll be around 8 DPO, 9 DPO. And if my dates were really 5 weeks 4 days, it's impossible. The day that I got my positive pregnancy test, impossible. And my positive pregnancy test was not like a little faint line that I had to squint my eyes. It was like they were equal in color. So that had me really confused, but at the same time, that ultrasound, the lady was super duper rude. She was like, I mean, like, she looked like she wanted me in and out of there. And she didn't really want to deal with me, I guess, because maybe because I look young or whatever the case may be, but she was just really rude. And when she first saw the baby, that's when she measured it. And you know how, like, when you move the stick in an ultrasound, sometimes if you press, the baby gets bigger, or sometimes it looks like it disappears altogether. Well, she measured the baby when it was like super, super tiny, and later on throughout the ultrasound, it was definitely much bigger. Like, I have my ultrasound pictures, and I have the picture where she measured him at, and it looks like a little tiny little thing, and the picture on the bottom looks much, much bigger than the picture where she actually measured him at. So I don't know, I just kind of had this gut feeling that she was wrong. She was very rude. She really wanted me in and out of there, and I just kind of don't feel like it matches. Like at 5 weeks 4 days, which was when I got the ultrasound, the next day I was in the ER, like I said, and when they took my beta levels, I was at 69,000. And for 5 weeks along, most people are in between the 2,000 to 7,000 range, you know, maybe 10,000. But at 69,000, that was the levels that, you know, people with twins have at like 5 weeks. I'm not saying that I have twins, they only saw one baby, but the fact that my levels were really, really high, really, really early, kind of had me iffy that the dates were off. And I still have that gut feeling, so I feel like when I do go in for my 12-week 5-day ultrasound, that they're gonna be like, oh, look, you're like almost 14 weeks. And I'm gonna be like, I know, because you got it wrong last time. But we'll see. I mean, I'm also starting to like, well, I'm not really showing, like, I'm gonna do a belly shot, but I'm not really showing that much. But I could feel my uterus like rock hard, like way above my pelvis, like already in between where my belly, like a little bit under my belly button. That's where I feel my uterus at, especially like when I'm laying down, like you feel like rock hard. And most people say that your uterus doesn't rise from your pelvis until 12 weeks. And I'm only gonna be 10 tomorrow, and I've noticed that since about week 9. I also am really, really tiny. I weigh like 88 pounds, and I'm like really small. I'm like 4'11", so maybe that could be the reason why it just didn't fit in my pelvis and it rose from my pelvis a little bit earlier. Or it could be that they do have my dates off. So we will see. I think that's about everything that you've missed. The root ultrasound, the ER visit. Now my symptoms are getting better. I'm still throwing up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully I'll update you again for my, I'm just gonna call this my 10-week update. And I'll update you for my 11 weeks, and I'll update you for my 12 weeks when I get my ultrasound. And I'll let you know anything that happens and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to like doing gender, see I said gender again, gender prediction test, you know, the fun ones with like the cabbage or the baking soda one. I want to make a video doing all of that. I'm a little bit disappointed because I had an HD camera and it was working just fine. I used it to record my first ultrasound and everything was working just fine. And I go today to use it and it just doesn't want to turn on, and I thought it was the battery, so I charged it, or I thought I did, and the little light wasn't turning on, it wasn't charging, it's not working. And if it turns on when I press the record button, it like shuts back off. So like my camera messed up on me, so now I'm stuck using my webcam to film videos, which kind of has me a little bit angry because I'm looking at the quality of this video right now and it's just not nearly as good as it would have been if I was using my camera. But hopefully I will get a new one or fix the one that I have. I don't know. But that kind of upset me a little bit. Oh, and another symptom is my cravings are really, really bad. Like, if I don't eat what I'm craving, I'm guaranteed to probably throw up. It's like I have to have what I'm craving or it just tastes disgusting. It just tastes really bad, and then I will throw it up or I just can't eat it. Like, I just can't eat it. It's so hard for me to eat now. And my cravings usually go by like every 3 to 4 days. Like, there's something new. I was on like Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs for like 4 days. I ate that like all day. I went through like 8 cans of spaghetti and meatballs in 4 days. Yeah, and then after that, my cravings are McChickens and fries from McDonald's. I know it's horrible, but that's what they are. At one point it was chicken wings. At one point, I think I was craving soup, like bean and bacon soup. They change, but when they change, they last for a couple days and then they change again. And if I don't eat that, I throw up. And it makes me feel really bad when I start craving something that I have to buy instead of something that I have at home. Because then I have to buy it. It's pretty sad. Like, my boyfriend goes out and buys me food constantly because that's the only thing I can eat at the moment. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you're watching, like I said, these videos are mostly for me to just document and then look back on later. It's my first baby. I'm super excited. And if you do enjoy them, you can subscribe and keep watching more updates. Alright, thanks. Bye, guys.